In this video we're going to take a look at a plugin that allows us to back up our WordPress website and also restore it if we wish. Now this plugin is very highly rated, 4.9 out of 5 stars, 600,000 downloads, and one of the highest ranking plugins there are out there. So this plugin has to be used though with another service, and Google Drive is one of the services that you can use. Google Drive allows you to store files or pictures or videos, whatever, and they give you about 200 gigabytes of free storage. Now, the fact that we want to store our backup on the Google Drive is much better, because then we have two kind of locations for our WordPress website. So that's why we want to have another party or another place to store our files other than the server or the host where it currently resides. If that server crashes or that host can no longer or loses your files, then you at least have a backup somewhere else on the internet. So let's go, and the first thing you have to do is actually you have to create a Google account. You need a Google account. Now, one Google account is basically for everything that Google does. So whether it's for YouTube or Google Drive or whatever. So just create an account if you don't already have one, and then log into your Google Drive. And I'm just going to log in here, and you can have a look at Google Drive a little bit closer. Okay, so here's my Google Drive and my drive here, and you can see some of the folders I have here that are storing my files. So this essentially is Google Drive. Now we want that plugin to interact with Google Drive so that my files get stored, my backup files get stored here on my Google Drive. So that is Google Drive. So set up a Google account and then get into your Google Drive account, which is free. Now I'm going to go back to the WordPress, back to my own website, and I'm going to add a new plugin. Leave this page, yes. And in the search box there, I'm going to add the Updraft Plus, which is the name of the plugin that I'm going to install. And there it is. Install it. Do you want to install this plugin? Yes, I do. And okay, and there it goes. It's installing the plugin. Now we activate the plugin. And where do we have it? And we have it down here. Now we see the settings here, and we may also see them here, also in the menu here. The configuration is a little bit tricky on this one. You have to it's a little bit more difficult because we're interacting with the Google Drive. So the first thing we want to do is we have to go down and we have to choose what our remote storage is. So you're not actually limited to Google Drive. If you have any other of these services, you can use them, the Amazon S3 or whatever, but for this demo I'm going to use the Google Drive. Now I'm going to click the Google Drive. Now you have to kind of read through the instructions here, because you have to enter the information about your Google Drive so that this plugin can interact with Google Drive. So you need a Google Drive client ID and a secret number. To get that information, you need to go and follow the link here. But when you click on this link, what it's going to do, this page is going to disappear. It's not going to open up in a new page. So I don't want to lose this page. I want to keep it open. So what you should do is actually open this page again. So go up into your URL and copy your URL and open a new tab and just slide this tab down. I'm going to slide it right down to the end here so they're beside each other, and do a Control V. And I have one page and the second page. This first page I'm going to keep open. That's where I'm going to enter the information. And on this page I'm going to go and follow the link here. It's going to take me to actually Google's console here, API console, which is application interface console. So we're going to have to go there, and we're going to need that information. So you're going to do a Control C. We're going to need this URL. This is a link to our website, and you're going to click on this link right here, and it's going to go to the Google console. And what you want to do is you want to create a new project. So create a project, and it's loading. And I guess Google has changed its console. Would you prefer to see the old console? No, dismiss that. And the first thing you have to do once you're in here is you have to find the Drive, Google Drive application interface, and just make it active. So all of these are kind of inactive right now, so I'm going to make the Drive application interface active. I'm going to click OK. And if you go to the top here, you'll see Enable Drive API, and you'll see the status on for this particular drive here. Now there are a couple of other things you have to do to get going, and one is your credentials. You need to create that new client ID, so just press the Create button, and then application type is web, and your URL here, we're going to do a Control V, and this is the information that I got from the plugin itself. So you want to plug that in there, make sure web application is checked, and then press the Create Client ID, and you can see it's kind of creating one right here, and you got this information which you can plug back into that plugin. So one other thing, you have to give consent to the actual plugin. So we're going to put the name of that plugin, which is Updraft Plus. Enter that in where it says product name, and choose your email address and save it. Okay, and it's saved here. You should see a little saved box there. And let's go back to our credentials and this client ID information. We want to enter that information back into our plugin settings configuration there. So we need the client ID, so do a Control C, go back, and where it says client ID, just put that in there, Control V, and the Drive client secret number, let's go here and get that, do a Control C and go back and put that in there. Now this is information about where the plugin is going to put your backup files. So it's going to be stored on the Google Drive, obviously, but you can specify a particular folder where you want the backup to be saved to. So let's go to Google Drive, and you might already have that open. So I'm just going to go to Google and Google Drive. And if you're not already logged in, you'll have to log in and go to Google, click on Google Drive, and you can create another folder. So you can just go to Create and choose Folder if you want to create a specific folder to save your backup. I already created one here, so if I just click on there, I can go up to the URL here, And the information that is needed for this is all the information that's right of this, where you see this hash mark folders. So just copy this number here, do a Control C, a lot of Control C's in this plugin. Go back and you can enter that information in there, and that is the folder ID. So you have those three things. You have the folder ID, you have the secret, client secret, and you have the client ID. So that's all the information you basically need. And there are some other options here as well, have you seen? I'm just going to leave it on manual backup. You can change it to like a monthly, weekly, whatever. And you can also choose how many backups you wish to retain on that Google Drive. So right now it'll only hold the last 2 backups that you do. Okay, so let's go back and let's go down to the bottom here and let's save all this information. Is there anything else I need to enter? Nope. So I'm just going to go and save these changes. And here we go. Now before you're able to actually do your backup, you have to actually authenticate your Google Drive account. So you will not be able to back up Google Drive without it. So this is almost like, you know, when you sign up for some website and they send you an email and you have to open up that email first before you can use their site. So it's the same thing. You're just kind of verifying that you're actually located where you're located. So I'm going to click on here to authenticate, and you should get this. This is the name of the plugin, Updraft Plus, and just accept it. And you should be ready to back up now. Okay, so let's test it out. I got it set on manual backup, so that means I can just press the button at any point in time. It's not scheduled. And let's go and back up now, and let's see if it works. Updraft perform a one-time backup. Yes. And you should see the information somewhere down here. You'll see, yeah, it'll start backing up if everything is done properly. You should see some results, and here it is. It's creating the file backups to remote storage. You can see 11%. Okay, and you should see this progress bar giving you information about the status of your backup, and there it's completed. Okay. And if we go, and we can actually go and check this, we can actually go to our Google Drive, and here we go. Right inside the WordPress folder you can see the backup. This is a backup of the database. This is the backup of your plugins and your themes and all the files that you uploaded, all the images and everything. So all the files needed to restore your backup are right here, and they're stored on your Google Drive. Okay. So let's test it out. Let's see if we can do a restore. So I'm going to go back to my website, and I'm going to change it slightly. So let's look at all our posts here. We had, I think, one post, Hello World. So I'm going to add a new post and call that Hello World 2. Hello World 2, and this is a post, and I'm going to publish this. And go to visit my site, and you can see on my home page now I have 2 posts, Hello World and Hello World 2. Now let's say I wanted to back up to where I was previously, which was I just had this one post, Hello World, and let's go back to the dashboard. Let's go back to our plugin. So we just go to settings and Updraft Backups, and I click on the restore button, and here is the one backup that I that I have made. Remember, it'll hold, the way we had it set up, it would hold up to 2, right? But we can change that so you could have various dates at which it was backed up, right? So let's try the restore, and you can actually choose which parts you want to restore, or you can just press the restore and restore the whole thing. So I'm going to restore the whole thing, click on restore, and there we go. It has been successfully processed. Okay, looks like we're ready to go. It's asking us to restore to proceed. And here you got the progress. It's going through. And here you have restore successful. So we have successfully restored our page. And let's go back and take a look at our site and see if that restoration actually happened. And there you go. Notice how we only have the one Hello World post now on our home page. Yeah, that's a pretty tricky advanced plugin to work with, and but it's very useful because you can save your website at any point in time and then restore it to a previous point in time.